today's video, we are going to be taking a look at everything I ate on my YouTube channel in 2022, and trust me, it's a lot. Yes, believe it or not, I made more than 20 food videos over the past 12 months, some by myself.
Sorry, children.
Some with friends. I thought I was going to give you a taste of home. And of course, some with family. That'll fill him up. So if you're a foodie that enjoys watching me eat, this video is for you. So let's get started all the way back in January, where me and my friends sat down for some traditional Lunar New Year food, where the meal started with a wave of my magic chopstick.
How did this happen?
Magically transform us into something more traditional.
I think we look great. Oh, this is cool.
It feels very authentic. The outfits may not have been truly authentic, but the food certainly was, as we had private chefs helping us cook a full Lunar New Year banquet.
Oh, yeah.
So many delicious traditional foods, but the star of the show for me and my friends was the mullet roe with cheese and apple. Cheers guys, 新年快乐.
新年快乐.
Considering it was my first time to eat it, I was pleasantly surprised.
Oh, I like it with the apple a lot. You got the saltiness of the fish with the mallet roe. With the
anything like that before in my life.
Interesting.
no.
So the cheese and the apple and the cheese and the mullet roe was, I think, one of my favorite things.
Well, I've had cheese and I've had apple, but I've had nothing quite like that mullet roe. It was salty, but like when sometimes you get something that's too salty, this was not that. This was perfect in every way.
So the mullet roe went down a storm with me and my friends, as did the rest of the Lunar New Year dinner. But talking of friends, February saw me and a few other friends visit a very popular Taiwanese winter restaurant, Jiangmuya, also known as Ginger Duck. There'll be booze, unbelievable Taiwanese hospitality, food, laughs, and probably a lot more booze. Yep, Ginger Duck is often about the booze more than the food, but in this 2022 food review, I really want to focus on what I ate rather than what I drank, so let's take a look at what we ordered back in February. We've got some green veggies, some pork slices, some beef, some mushrooms, some vermicelli noodles,
The scary one here, like why is it on my side?
and a secret special ingredient that you've probably already seen in the thumbnail. We are going to be trying some G4 for the first time. G4, or chicken's testicles, are a popular ingredient of a ginger duck hot pot, so I had to get my friends to try them for the first time in this very authentic Taiwanese setting.
3, 2, 1. Okay, it's not terrible. Give me a bit. I need a bit. It tastes like a sausage.
It does! It's like a really badly packed sausage.
Yeah, I got cheap sausage.
Not bad. I can't.
Just the feeling. Just the feeling.
So I'm going to spare you from the numerous testicle jokes that were passed back and forth across our table, but let's just say it's an experience I recommend to everybody to try next time you visit a Ginger Duck restaurant. A great experience at Jiangmuya in February, but March saw me trying guabao for the very first time in my life in Taiwan, and after 5 in one day, I had this to say as a summary. Wow, absolutely delicious. And I have to say that of all the 5 guabao that I've eaten today, there hasn't really been one standout example. I really like that one. I really like the fried chicken one, but everything, whether it was rated 3.0 on Google all the way up to 4.8, we've had a wide range of Google ratings, but there's a pretty consistent quality amongst all of the guabao that I've eaten. If I was bringing some family here, maybe my parents, maybe I would err them towards the fried chicken one, as that's got more of a Western introductory way into Taiwanese guabao. But if I was introducing it to some more adventurous eaters, I would definitely stick with the more traditional slice of pork belly, peanut powder, coriander, and suantai. And talking of bringing my family to Taiwan, I may have some very good news about a very special someone coming to visit in 2023. So if you want to make sure you see those videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel and comment down below with who you think it may be. I'm sure regular fans of the channel will have absolutely no doubt who I'm talking about. But back to this video, and spring had sprung and April was upon us, where I headed to Green Island for one of the island's most famous delicacies. Let's get stuck in. It's a really meaty, thick, dense fish, not very light, but really tasty. Probably a bit similar to mackerel, but less oily. And they were very insistent on telling me that the wings and the fins are also edible, so you eat those just like a bit like a cookie. This absolutely delicious flying fish in Green Island was followed up by a plethora of other foods on the island, including a seaweed damping that made my face do this, a fish, egg and sausage pizza, and an octopus tongue yoping. But the eating videos in April didn't stop there, as it was also in April where I and Dave from Trax made one of the biggest food challenge videos of the year, where we were planning to travel from Fulong in Taipei to Guanshan in Taidong, all in one day, sampling 8 of the more interesting biendangs as we go.
Alan, you're an absolute barbarian.
And if you thought we were going to make this challenge easy by heading down the East Coast, you are wrong. As we had an 11-hour driving route plan that would take us anti-clockwise around Taiwan through 12 counties to 8 different biendang locations, one of which we were warned strongly against sharing with you here on YouTube. Beginning at sunrise and ending in the early hours the following day. A total journey of 700 kilometers around this beautiful country in search of the perfect Taiwanese lunchbox. So of the targeted 8 biendangs, Dave and I managed to eat 6, of which the double meat biendang in Alisan did stand out.
Alan, you're an absolute barbarian.
Oh my goodness. But we eventually made it to Guanshan within the allotted time limit, where I would say that for the balance of price, deliciousness, and of course sheer joy at having finished the challenge was the best biendang of the day. 9.5 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
It's equally as good as the one in Alisan, but the value is just unbelievable. So the end of April saw me treating Lewis from YGZ Taiwan to some Lo Bo Gao Jia Dan.
Honest opinion, it's good.
Oh nice, okay, I'm happy you like it. And also I spent 24 hours as a vegetarian and ate one of the most delicious burgers of my life. That's not bad. Feels like meat, tastes like meat, looks like meat. Apart from the price, I would eat this as often as I would eat a regular hamburger. Finally, the April food videos came to an end, and in May, I spent 24 hours eating seafood, where the first dish of the day is this cuttlefish and cheese sandwich, and it is absolutely packed full of meat and cheese and egg. And the bread is black. I wonder if that's the squid ink, the cuttlefish ink bread, not sure. That is absolutely delicious. I'm pretty sure it's tuna, but I might be completely wrong. I thought cuttlefish would be a little bit different. Yeah, it's tuna. Yes, it was tuna, and the bread was where the cuttlefish ink was part of the sandwich. But anyway, for the final meal, I treated one of Taiwan's new up-and-coming foreign YouTubers to dinner, but he wasn't too impressed with my seafood selection for him. French friend, there's only one seafood that I think is possible is sea snails.
I feel betrayed. We don't eat sea snails that often in France. We eat snails. I do like normal snails. I hate these. I hate sea snails.
Okay.
This is my worst nightmare. Because like normal snails, we have them with garlic butter. So it's not that bad.
Well, she cooked them in butter. I watched her cook them. They put in some black pepper. They look a little bit like massive boogers.
Yeah, they do. Nah, man.
They're good, man. Leave it to the expert, the snail expert. Take it away.
Smells bad. It smells bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Think of what you put me through on that beach.
I'll be willing actually to go like for 48 hours of the water in Sunlian instead of eating all this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I do apologize for inviting you to Taichung and giving you a food you hate. I thought I was going to give you a taste of home.
Nah. Why would you eat this? I can't understand.
So sorry, buddy, I'll treat you to something better next time. But for June, it was time for 24 hours of traditional Taiwanese breakfast. And you cannot get much more traditional than Hua Gui. I'm sure my pronunciation is off. And this is the first time I'm eating this incredibly traditional Taiwanese breakfast. Looks a little bit scary, but I'm sure it's going to be delicious. It's like mashed potato. The meat is incredibly tender, really soft. Apparently the taipo is a type of radish, a daikon radish, but it's really crunchy. But the flavor is incredibly strong, much stronger than the flavor of the sauce and the sticky rice. So a successful first breakfast meal of the day, and for the final breakfast meal of the day, I chose to eat probably the scariest food that I'm going to be eating today. This is shentoujiang. And I have to say, very honestly, it looks a little bit like puke. I'm absolutely petrified. There's some youtiao, some seaweed on the top, and what looks like tofu, I guess. Anyway, here goes. Fuck. Oh, not bad. It's like egg. The way this looks compared to how it tastes is such a difference. That was so scary. I wouldn't eat that if I was not making a video, but actually, Haibutuo indeed. And for July, I ate some of the most amazing Taiwanese food I've ever eaten as I traveled to some Michelin-rated Loro-fan restaurants around Taichung, the most notable of which was served with Baoyu abalone. Look at that. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah. Of course, it was exceptionally delicious and a treat I can only afford infrequently. But then after spending August and September traveling to see family in the UK and my son in South Africa, October saw me and the boys enjoying a night in promoting a wine company while eating Taiwanese pork products, including a rather strange food that none of us had eaten before. Pork brain soup. Did you eat it before?
No, never before.
It's not something that we would usually go with. So as the host, I'll go first, give it a bit of a taste. Down the hatch.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, can I have a nibble?
Wow, that is one of the most interesting things I've eaten. Yes, interesting to say the least, but definitely an experience I will never forget. And something much sweeter than pork brain came in November as I teamed up with a chocolate brand, which treated me to some of the most luxurious chocolate I've ever eaten in my life. But yes, first of all, let's get to that all-important chocolate. Oh my goodness. That is really good. Wow. Then on to December, where I wrapped up the year with Dion, who came to visit from Australia, and I gave him his first experience of bacon cheese dumping.
Very light. Tastes good.
Yeah. Which one would you say you prefer, the dambing or the tongyoping?
This one.
The dambing, a little bit lighter. So after his first Taiwanese breakfast, it was time for Dion's first authentic experience of Taiwanese beef noodles that he seemed really impressed with.
Soup flavour in this is really nice.
Yeah. The reason I've chosen this restaurant is it's the highest rated on Google in Taichung. It's got a 4.8 out of 5-star rating. Time to try the beef.
Beef is really good. Very tender.
So this bowl of beef noodles with Dion was the final food of the year for me on my channel, and I couldn't have asked for a better way or better company to end my year of food. I feel so lucky that I can travel around this country eating such amazing cuisine and sharing it with you guys here in Taiwan and those who want to come and visit now that our borders are open. I really hope that 2023 will see more and more people coming to Taiwan, trying the food, seeing the beautiful scenery, and meeting the awesome people that have welcomed me so much over my time here. But I think that's enough. Time to say goodbye. So as for now and as always, I'll see you next time in my life in Taiwan. Peace. Bye-bye.